This is the Information Brief, a Holyoke media service with the most recent updates of relevance in the city of Holyoke and the Pioneer Valley. I'm Johan Rashivega, and this is information for Wednesday, May 27th of 2020. Valley Creates is offering microfunding for artists in the Pioneer Valley, along with coaching and support for their practice amid the impact of COVID-19. Many expiring licenses, registration, and other credentials have been further extended by the Massachusetts Registry of Motor Vehicles. Holyoke Public Schools announces the establishment of the reopening leadership team and a celebration activity for Holyoke High Seniors happening this weekend. And we have the most recent numbers at the Holyoke Soldiers Home. This is the information. The Community Foundation of Western Massachusetts, through the Valley Creates program, is offering mini grants for artists. The Valley Creates Rapid Response Artist Working Capital Grant is a program of the Community Foundation of Western Massachusetts administered by mass.gov Assets for Artists. This is a fast-track financial wellness and sustainability initiative for artists who currently live or have studio space in Franklin, Hampshire, and Hampden counties in Massachusetts. This program pairs a $1,000 artist mini grant with one-on-one coaching and online financial and business resiliency webinars specifically focused on navigating a post-COVID cultural sector. In order to receive the $1,000 mini grant, selected artists will be expected to participate in a one-on-one business and financial coaching session on a topic of their choice with a team member of the Assets for Artists program. Participate in at least one Valley Creates peer event in 2020, most likely online meetups, with possible in-person cohorts activities later. Complete a basic strategic plan that outlines the artist's business or career goals and action steps. The funds will be dispersed upon the completion of the aforementioned requirements. If a selected artist completes these requirements quickly, they can expect to receive their mini grant funds in as little as a month from being selected into the program. Eligible applicants are artists ages 18 plus of any discipline who live or have a studio address in Franklin, Hampshire, or Hampden counties. This program promotes equal opportunity and seeks diversity in its applicants and participants. The application deadline is June 5th of 2020, and the link to apply for this grant is available in the posting of this information brief on our Facebook page. The Massachusetts Registry of Motor Vehicles, RMV, has implemented further extensions to the renewal timelines for expiring motor vehicle inspection stickers, passenger plate registrations, professional credentials, and driver's licenses and learner's permits, including commercial driver's licenses and commercial permits, CDLs or CLPs. While the RMB previously announced extensions for most of these credentials, passenger plate registrations, and inspection stickers expired or expiring in March, April, and May, an additional extension has been applied to those credentials, and an extension has been added to some credentials expiring in June, July, and August. These extensions replicate the ongoing measures the RMB has taken to reduce the need for customers to physically visit the RMB Service Center or one of its business partners' facilities, allowing for physical distancing by decreasing non-essential travel and customer volume. The following new changes to expiration extensions are now effective. Driver's licenses and ID cards, including commercial driver's licenses, CDLs, that expired or will expire in March, April, and May 2020, Now they will expire in September 2020 and do not need to be renewed at this time. Driver's licenses and ID cards that will expire in June have been extended until October 2020. Those that will expire in July have been extended until November 2020, and those that will expire in August have been extended until December 2020 and do not need to be renewed at this time. The RMB also recently introduced an online renewal option for CDL holders if they are self-certified in the non-accepted interstate category for medical certification. The annual motor vehicle safety and emissions inspection stickers that have expired or will expire in March, April, and May have been extended until July 31st, 2020. No additional extensions will be applied, and inspection stations are open at their discretion within the public health guidelines to perform this work. All passenger plate registrations that have expired or will expire in March, April, and May 2020 have been extended until July 31st. The RMB has also applied a 30-day extension to registrations that expire in June, which will now expire on July 31st. Registration renewals can continue to be performed online at mass.gov/RMB during this time. Holyoke Public Schools announced last week the establishment of the HPS Reopening Leadership Team. This team is charged with developing and coordinating the plan to reopen school for the fall of 2020 and communicating with all the community. Given the current ever-changing situation due to COVID-19, the team is planning for multiple scenarios and contingencies. The reopening leadership team has committed to the following principles to guide their work. Quoting, "Equity drives the decisions. Our most vulnerable students and staff are at the center of our plan. Student and staff safety are paramount. Student academic learning and social, emotional, behavioral, and mental health are critical. We will be nimble, flexible, and emotionally balanced in our approach." End of quote. The reopening leadership team comprises school and district leaders across all departments and types of schools. They will be meeting weekly with members also leading committees that include school and district representation in the following areas: academics, district-based operations, including facilities, transportation, food service, technology, etc. School-based operations, including hallways, arrival and dismissal, fire drills, athletics, etc. Health and wellness, human resources and personnel, social and emotional learning, behavioral health and family, and also special education. The receiver will remain in close communication with the school committee and city officials, and also the weekly updates by Dr. Shrike on Facebook Live every Wednesday will be a point of connection for feedback. During his weekly update, Superintendent Dr. Steve Shrike announced this Saturday there will be a celebration honoring class of 2020 as seniors drive through to pick up their graduation cap and gown. Last Saturday, May 23rd, the Dean Campus students had their pickup celebration, and this coming Saturday, May 30th, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., the North Campus students will have theirs in the back parking lot of Holyoke High North. It is important to remind all guests they must be wearing masks at these events. Cars with seniors will drive through a line and be celebrated as they are handed their cap and gown. This will be an opportunity for seniors, family, and staff members to come show school spirit, care, love, and support in recognition of our graduating seniors. In this same note of the Holyoke Public Schools, one aspect we wanted to bring to the attention of our community is that the Holyoke Public Schools Reopening Leadership Team will include the participation of Dr. Steve Shrike, who is leaving Holyoke Public Schools by the end of June, and also the newly appointed Superintendent Receiver, Dr. Alberto Vázquez Matos, who officially will take this position on July 1st. As we look forward to the development of this transition of superintendent receivers during the month of June, we are also following up our first interaction with a new receiver. At the time the announcement was made on May 7th, Holyoke Media News Director Natalia Muñoz requested the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education a copy of the contract for Dr. Vázquez Matos. Here is Natalia Muñoz's report.
Hi, I am Natalia Muñoz, the News Director for Holyoke Media. We have the contract that was signed by the Commissioner Jeffrey Riley of the Department of Education, Elementary and Secondary Education, and Dr. Alberto Vázquez Matos, the new receiver for Holyoke. Among the details in the contract is that the new receiver superintendent will receive an annual salary of $205,000, and the contract is for 3 years. And in 2022, the commissioner will indicate whether he wants to extend that contract beyond 2023, which is when the contract would end if he does not extend it by that time. So if you want to take a look at the contract, just click on the link we provided below, and there it is.
And regarding the Holyoke Soldiers Home, the numbers provided by the state as of this Wednesday are: testing results of 4 residents. 75 veteran residents have tested positive. 56 veteran residents have tested negative. As of resident locations, 103 residents are on-site and 28 residents are off-site. All 28 residents are at a dedicated skilled nursing unit at the Holyoke Medical Center. 0 residents are receiving acute care. There has been 93 veteran resident deaths, 76 positive, 16 negative, 1 unknown. Today's update includes the death of 1 veteran resident who had tested negative, was do not resuscitate and had do not hospitalize orders, and was receiving care at the skilled nursing unit at Holyoke Medical Center. As of employees, now 84 employees have tested positive. Stay in the know with Holyoke Media. We are reporting different announcements, services, and updates in the local, state, and federal level related to the COVID-19 emergency. The service is available in English and Spanish for our community in the city of Holyoke and the Pioneer Valley. This is the information we have for today. We will continue updating and following up as soon as more relevant information becomes available. If you have questions or information to share with us as well as your concerns, you can contact us on our different outlets on social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and podcast distribution platforms. Also, you can watch us on Holyoke Cable Channel 15. Remember to wash your hands frequently. Keep a safe distance if you need to be out, and also remember to wear a facial covering or mask. This has been the information brief for May 27th of 2020. I'm Johan Rashi Vega. You're watching Holyoke Media.